Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a healing for the mother wound. What exact aspects of the mother wound it's going to be, I can't tell you, so I have no idea myself. If you've watched any of my other videos, the way I work is I usually just run with the topic. I open up and I deal with the energies as they are, as they come. So I don't know any more information other than it's going to be healing for the mother wound. I can't be more specific than that. And we'll just kind of see what comes up when I connect into the energies. And we'll deal and work through the energies as we identify them during this healing. So this is a healing for the collective, but you will have the option to opt into the healing if that's something that you'd like to receive. Feel free to do so. And other than that, I think I'm just gonna get straight into this because I don't think there is anything else to say. It doesn't really need much of an introduction. So if this sounds like something you'd like to receive, this healing for the mother wound, please do give your permission in whatever way feels comfortable for you. And I'm just going to ask my healing team of light to connect me into the collective, and also to all of those beautiful souls who have given me their permission, who have given their permission to receive this healing from me today. Connect me in, please. My healing team of light, and I'm just going to call in all of your healing teams of light, calling in all of your healing teams of light, calling in all of your healing teams of light to assist me and my healing team of light for this healing today, healing the mother wound. And I'm going to ask them all to activate a sacred healing space around us all now. In circle. So I usually see this space as like a lattice dome going around all of us as we're kind of like sitting in a circle, and seeing this as a green dome, so green for healing. It's that beautiful emerald green, so it's very much heart energy is well coming in for this, and this is just your opportunity to tune in to the energies and see what you can sense as this sacred space is created around all of us in circle. And huge angelic presence, because I usually work with the angels coming in as always, just around this sacred space that I've activated. So they're kind of setting up almost like a perimeter outside this sacred space, holding the lines, safeguarding, acting as gatekeepers, so only energy of the highest and purest love and light vibrational frequency can enter this sacred space, and also just acting as protection. So hearing the Inanna is being activated around this sacred space, which just means that it's heavy duty protection and just consists of a number of archangels around the sacred space, with Archangel Michael overlighting above and Archangel Uriel below. So we're completely enveloped in archangel or angelic energy within this sacred space for protection. And I have the dragons coming in to do a cleanse with fire for our energy fields. So you might feel the temperature rise with this because it is fire, it's dragon fire. But seeing like purples as well, and the reddy, orangey, yellow fire flame energy as the dragons literally blow fire into us, and it like can see it spiraling through our energy fields, almost like a vortex, clearing, cleansing, completely removing and transmuting anything that no longer serves us, any negativity, non-beneficial energy, energetic debris, any energy like that, just leaving our energy fields clear so that we can fully receive all the beautiful energies during this healing today. So also have, if you are feeling this energy really, really strongly, I have the dragons extending an invitation to connect to some of you. So you'll know if this is you, if it resonates, if you've been seeing a lot of dragons lately, or just have been having a feeling, or maybe you have just a thing about dragons. You absolutely love them. Because it is feeling like the dragons are extending an invitation to connect with you, which means that they would love to connect after this healing at a later stage. Yeah, it's just an invitation to connect, and it's up to you to tune in and see if that feels right for you and take them up on their invitation or not. Totally up to you. And just how to do that would be to just call in the dragons. So like I call in energies here, calling them in 3 times. So just calling in the dragon energy, calling in the dragon energy. I'm just calling in the dragon energy and ask to connect to the dragon energy if that's okay. Ask for permission. You'll feel the energy come in, and then it's up to you to have a chat with the dragons, or to use cards, the pendulum, whatever way you want to connect to the dragons, because it does feel like, well, it most certainly feels like dragons definitely want to connect with you if there's some sort of work that they want to do with you to help you heal yourself, or for something else as part of your purpose. I'm not quite sure, but whatever the case may be, the dragons are certainly putting that invitation out there to connect with you. Thank you, dragons. So I have Archangel Metatron coming in. So you might sometimes feel, well, certainly for me, I always feel the temperature drop when Archangel Metatron comes in. So we've just had dragon fires, so it might be quite significant. Suddenly you're hot and now you're cold as Archangel Metatron comes in, and it looks like he's activating a Metatron cube around the sacred space. For this healing today, just your opportunity again just to connect into Metatron's energy and see what you can sense. You might get a visual of that cube going in, seeing it like bright white light, but also blue and silver, I'm hearing. And feeling it really strongly in the third eye and head crown area. As this cube is lowered in place in the sacred space. And I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Thank you, Metatron. I also have Archangel Ariel coming in. her beautiful warrior energy, and also she's very much linked into like a guardian of animals. Did a healing yesterday, which I put up on my channel, for the exploitation of animals, and Archangel Ariel made an appearance in that one as well. If you want to check that out, I'll link that in the description box. But Archangel Ariel coming in super strongly, bringing in, I'm hearing it's an activation for her liquid love. So you might be feeling this at the back of the heart. So this is for channeling Archangel Ariel's beautiful energy. It's called, liquid love. It's literally, as the name suggests, liquid love. I usually see it as a pink, sort of vermilion energy. And as that energy is being activated within you, I can also see it spiraling around you. And that liquid love seeping into every pore, I'm hearing. And also going really deeply into cells and further still into DNA and atoms as well, I'm hearing. Hearing it's like a mother's love, this energy. And it just feels like as this love seeps into us, it's going to bring up old energy that's not in alignment with this energy of love and mother's love. So looking at the mother wound, so you might be feeling this quite strongly, or experiencing any sort of tingling. Very often with Archangel Ariel, I'll feel like a breeze, so you might be feeling that also. Pins and needles I'm hearing as well for some of you, or temperature changes. Just depends on how the energy comes in for you. I'm just going to give that another few seconds just to completely embed, I'm hearing, in all levels, layers, bodies, fields and systems of us, energetically and also physically. Thank you very much, Archangel Ariel. Also have Ariel extending an invitation to connect with some of you. If you're feeling her energy particularly strongly, or just when I say Archangel Ariel, you really connect to her and her energy. She's also very commonly depicted with like a lion's head as well. So it's just, she's extending an invitation to connect, for healing, for guidance, for whatever the case may be. Up to you if that resonates to take her up on her offer, similar to the dragons, and you can call her in at any time to set intentions to ask her to help you heal certain things, or even to do further work with her. Just depends, but just we'll leave that there for you. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait. Because I feel like there's something else here. Okay. So I'm just hearing that we need to go to a place that you feel safe before I bring down any energy. So I would invite you to visualize any sort of place that would come to mind where you feel really comfortable, you feel really safe, you feel really secure, you feel at peace, you feel loved, wherever this place might be. So it might be in your heart, it might be the energy in your heart, it might be a place of your own creation in your imagination. You know, it might be a beach somewhere, it might be somewhere you've been on holiday, or even in your own home, whatever the case may be. But this is the opportunity to go there in your mind. So for me, I usually travel off planet. I don't even know where this planet is, but it is like a forest. It has a couple of moons, and there's this clearing in the forest, and there's lots of animals and stuff, and I usually go there. So I'm gonna go there now, take myself there. And speaking of animals, I'm going to call in the energy of tortoise for this, so we can go in really deeply. So I'm going to call in tortoise to assist us with this healing today. Calling in tortoise, calling in the energy of tortoise, please and thank you very much. Did a really amazing healing, if I don't say so myself, with tortoise as part of my Connecting with the Animal Kingdom series. It was all to do with grief. You went really deeply with tortoise and had a look at that, and if that's something that calls to you, I will leave the link for that healing in the description box as well. I'm also just going to bring in the heart energy. So I'm just going to ask the angels to help you connect in to your heart energy. Connect them into their hearts. Connect them into their hearts, please, angels. Connect them into their hearts while you are wherever it is that you are. That's your safe space. Excuse me, I'm just going to ask the healing teams of light and the angels to help you stay there for the duration of this healing. That beautiful heart energy, it's 5D unconditional love in your heart space. I'm just taking now a minute or two to really visualize wherever it is that you are. And to anchor yourself in that energy and those feelings of safety, those feelings of security, those feelings of peace, of love. Of being held whatever sort of emotions that you'd like to feel free to invoke them, call them in, connect in with them. And if there's any sort of energy that you want to call in to help you to go into this mother wound, please feel free to do so. So this could be like a pet. You can call them in your mind, or you might even have them beside you. You can call in a loved one if there's a spirit guide, if there's a particular ascended master or energy like the angels or dragons, unicorns that you like to work with. Feel free to call them in now to assist you and to give you support to go wherever it is that you need to go to for this healing. Also, if it's an ancestor as well, feeling that ancestral energy come in too. So that you are surrounded by beautiful, supportive, loving energy in your safe space, fully present in that unconditional, loving heart energy. And just taking a moment to check in with yourself before I bring down the energy, just to see how you're feeling. If you're feeling fearful, if you're feeling apprehensive, if you're feeling anxious, you're uncertain, you're not sure what sort of energy is going to come up for you today. You might be feeling dread, dis-ease. And just acknowledging whatever you're feeling right now. It's totally okay. Okay, well done. So I'm going to call down beautiful healing energy from Source, hearing it's like divine love and light, seeing pinks coming in, that vermilion and the emerald green, and also pure bright white light. And it's coming down from Source, from the heavens. Something about that triple energy as well, the power of 3 for protection, for truth, for empowerment. And it's spiraling down into your stellar gateway chakra, opening and activating your stellar gateway to healing the mother wound. As this beautiful energy spirals down into your soul star chakra, opening and activating the soul star, which is above your head, to healing the mother wound. And I feel like there's some energy coming in here from the Akashic records. in relation to the mother wound. So it does feel like that there is a cycle, it is a pattern, like a mother wound being passed down. And healing coming in to break you free from this cycle, to break you free from this pattern. Does feel very karmic. And does feel like there are many roots in past lives in relation to this as well. But it also feels like this is the lifetime where you are going to successfully heal this mother wound, so you don't pass it on to your children, and you break free from the cycle and that pattern ends with you. So it's huge. This is a really, really big thing. So I have multiple kind of threads here, let's say, where it's like, for some of you, this is like the beginning, almost like an activation, an initiation, the start of your journey in relation to healing that mother wound. For others of you, it's kind of like you've been on this path for a while now, and this healing is I'm hearing the word like a catalyst to take off another layer, maybe to give you ideas or pinpoint other areas where you need to look at in relation to the mother wound. And for some of you, you're at the tail end of this journey where it's like this healing is that last obstacle that you need to overcome in order to completely break free from the pattern. It's like this healing will close out this chapter for you. So it might necessarily just be during this session. It might mean that some energies come up in the days after this session, which will enable you to close out the pattern. It just depends on everybody and your unique energy, your unique journey. As I said, there's multiple threads here, and it is for the collective, so we're trying to cover a range of different scenarios, but just take whatever resonates for you. And if that is the case for you, where you're at the tail end, you're breaking free from this pattern, yeah, it's a closure of the cycle and a brand new beginning for you, where you have healed completely that mother wound and broken free from that pattern. Okay, thank you. So just seeing the Akashic, in your Akashic records, being flooded with bright white light. For this, it's like it's illuminating the mother wound and the different aspects of that mother wound that maybe you haven't been able to see before. It's kind of like bringing it up into your conscious awareness so you can see it, because you have to be aware of it in order to be able to heal it. So this is what this bright white light is doing. bringing those different aspects of the mother wound into your conscious awareness. So it's not like you're going to be flooded, although the Akashic records are being flooded with white light right now, but it's like you're going to take it at your own pace. So this will be different for everyone depending on your journey, but it's like bits and pieces will come up and you'll be made aware of them. And I'm just pausing because my camera seems to be going haywire. I think the light has changed. Something happened there. No idea what's happening there, but it could be because of the energy that I'm channeling right now. It's interfering with technology. But the recording seems to be still recording, so I'll keep going and hope for the best. But yeah, as I was saying, it's not like you're going to be flooded. It's more like bits and pieces will come up that you'll be made aware of. Usually sometimes it's about you'll be triggered. That wound will be kind of poked and prodded, and that's how it's going to come up into your conscious awareness for you to have a look at it, acknowledge it and heal it, and whatever it is that you need to do around that. But as I said, it will be at your own pace, and that pace will be different for everyone. So I'm also feeling like for some of you it might look like a healing crisis where this energy kind of comes up. It's like you've opened Pandora's box and the energy just like whooshes up into your energy field, and it can feel very chaotic because that is the energy. Depending on what the mother wound is, sometimes that energy can be chaos because that's the energy that your mom held and wanted to create chaos around you. So it can feel like that, like a healing crisis where you're just completely overwhelmed with the emotions and what's been unleashed. To just be aware of that. But I'm going to ask your healing team of light to be with you and support you every step of the way if this happens for you in this way, to help you ground, emotionally regulate yourself, come back into a state of balance and peace so that you can work through the energy with ease, with gentleness, with grace. Please and thank you very much. So keep seeing threes every time I look at this timer here. So the 3 energy coming in really strongly, like I had mentioned, the power of 3 with those 3 colors coming down from source. So 3 is an important number, the Trinity. For this healing. And I just feel like I need to pause to allow that light that's being shown in the Akashic records to illuminate, and just to give the energy some time to come up. So I'm just going to invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, feeling better. As we continue to bring down this energy from source into your crown chakra, opening and activating your crown, say healing the mother wound. So something here to look at in the crown in relation to this. So just going to ask for these energies to be brought up into our conscious awareness so we can have a look at them with a view to clearing them and healing them. So I'm hearing it's the energy of feeling displaced, also feeling overlooked, like you weren't given enough time, enough attention in comparison to your siblings. Also feels like there's an energy of competition, where you felt like you almost needed to compete for the limelight, the spotlight, as it were, like for your mum's attention, for your mum's time, for your mum's love. So I'm also feeling like this was intentional. This energy of competition brought in where you're pitted against your siblings. So feeling the energy of disbelief as well coming up in relation to that. So it's hard to wrap your head around understanding why someone would intentionally want to create competition and indeed conflict between you and your siblings. And I'm hearing it's like it was about having power, it was about having control, and that they felt more powerful when they were kind of sowing these seeds of conflict and competition. It's like they had power over you. They felt really gratified that you were competing for their love, for their time, for their attention. And this can be quite difficult to hear. It's very tough energy to sit with, to acknowledge the pain that this would have caused you. And just having the angels coming in to clear this old energy and to bring in that healing energy to do any repairs that might need to be done here. So also feeling the energy of being disconnected, and specifically disconnected from your sovereignty. So it's like your mom didn't want you to be connected to your sovereign energy. because they wanted to be the authority. They wanted to have that authority over you, to have that power over you. So I don't know what they did, but it's like they planted seeds that caused you to disconnect from your sovereignty, so that they would have that full power and control over you. So this is a big one. A lot of healing energy coming in for this. Clearing and also repair and reconnecting you to your connection, to your sovereignty. As this energy from source continues to move down into your third eye chakra, opening and activating your third eye to healing the mother wound. So something here in the third eye. It just feels like there was a veil placed on your third eye. It was like something you couldn't see, something you didn't want to see. Some of you, I'm feeling like you're deliberately blinded so that you wouldn't see the truth of who your mother really was or is. And some of you didn't want to see because you needed to protect yourself. So I feel the energy of denial coming in here, like avoidance. So also feeling like some of you might have issues with your eyes in relation to this, because you didn't want to see the truth. So you might wear glasses, or you might be having blurry vision, or whatever the case may be, even cataracts I'm hearing, because it's almost like you wanted to blind yourself to that truth because it was just too painful to acknowledge, to accept. And growing up, there was no escape, there was no way of getting away, so it was easier to deny this, to bury the truth, and just to get on with things and survive. So it feels like that veil is being lifted to help you come to terms with whatever that truth is, to help you to see her for who she really is or was. As this energy continues to move down into your throat chakra, opening and activating the throat to healing the mother wound. And there feels like there's a good deal of energy here in the throat. Hearing the words being silenced. Where you felt like you didn't have a say. You couldn't say whatever it was that you wanted to say. You would have been shut down. Also feeling like the energy of having to suppress or repress your truth or things that you wanted to say. Also feels like there's the energy of regret as well. Maybe there was something that you wanted to say that you didn't get to say. Also feel like for some of you, your mothers are no longer living, And I don't know if there was something you wanted to say, maybe you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or there's something else on your mind that you wanted to share, but you didn't get the opportunity to, because it just feels like there is a certain amount of regret in relation to not being able to say certain things. And it's like the angels are giving you that opportunity to speak whatever's on your mind right now, if that feels right for you, to either say it out loud or in your mind's eye, and the angels will receive those words and transmute them, so as a way to clear and process that energy that's trapped in your throat chakra. I'm just hearing the words, speak now or forever hold your peace. Something coming in around the power of your voice, feeling like that was taken away. Like you were deliberately silenced. Shut down, dismissed, invalidated. Also feeling the energy of like gaslighting. So not all these energies will resonate with you. As I said, it is a collective reading, so there's lots of different energies here involved. Just take whatever resonates for you. Also feeling the energy of guilt. So this might be in relation to something you did say and then you felt guilty for saying it. So just some healing and clearing coming in for the throat chakra in relation to all of this and these energies. But there seems to be a major wound here in the throat chakra in relation to your power. Your voice being silenced. By your mother. So my voice even going there a little bit, just as these angels, just as these energies come up to be cleared, and the angels do healing and repair work on this wound. It feels like it's a really deep wound. It's a soul wound. There's a certain, a huge amount of heat actually coming in with this as well. So you might have temperature changes and be feeling the energy really strongly there in the throat and the voice box. So also feel like for some of you there's psychic surgery happening around the throat because of the extent of the energy that was trapped there. So it might have been there for a very, very long time. It caused an energetic blockage, and then it's like it manifests itself as a physical illness. So you might have issues with your throat, like tonsillitis. You might get sore throats all the time. You might have, I'm also hearing like cancer of the throat. Just different issues in relation to the throat. Also feeling like the lungs coming in with this as well, bronchitis, pneumonia, these sorts of things. So lung issues, throat issues. Also hearing like leukemia as well, all in connection with this wound in your throat. and something to do with the lymph nodes as well. Thyroid issues. So quite an extensive list of physical issues, all with their roots, it feels like, pertaining to a mother wound. So also just feeling like there's a message coming in here about if you are currently struggling or suffering with these physical illnesses, that you can heal yourself, you can get to the root of it. So like I said, it is something to do with the mother wound, but the first step to, I guess, healing is to set that intention that you would like to heal XYZ, whatever it is the physical issue is, and ask your healing team of light to help you in order to do this, because you want full health, your well-being, whatever your intention is, whatever the words that you like to use to set this intention. And then you can ask for guidance as to what steps you need to take in relation to healing this. You can just leave it open and see kind of what comes your way. You could even, I'm even seeing like tarot cards, oracle cards, using the pendulum just to get answers, or going into your heart to ask, you know, what's the next step for you to take to heal this. But it's like the angels just want you to know, to be open up to the possibilities that you can heal this, and you can do it yourself as well. Through whatever sort of healing modality speaks and resonates with you, that it can be done. I'm just feeling like fear energy coming up around this in relation to those illnesses, and like impending doom if some of you have gotten like what's the word, a critical diagnosis, let's say, that there doesn't look to be much hope. And the angels are saying to go into your heart, and no matter what anybody else has told you about this physical illness, to go into your heart and ask yourself what you feel about it. Because where there's a will, there's a way. And if it's in your heart, it most certainly can be done. If you feel like you can heal it, the universe will move mountains for heart's desires. And to not give up, even though the outlook or the situation might be looking bleak right now. It's like the angels just want you to go back into your heart and to feel that energy, to feel that reassurance, to feel that hope. That if you have that hope in your heart, that belief in your heart, that it can be healed. And if that path gets rocky, you know, it gets tough, if you're coming up against people who are saying, absolutely not, you know, you can't do that, if you're beginning to doubt yourself and your path, your ability to heal this, thinking that you're crazy for going against like the mainstream or the doctors or whatever advice that it is that you have received, it's like the angels are just directing you back into your heart to anchor yourself into that energy and to ask your heart what the truth of this matter is. It is a direct line to your soul and to your higher self. And to just reassure yourself that if your heart says it can be done, it definitely can be done. And to believe and trust in that. Because it's not the end, it's only the beginning. As I continue to bring down this beautiful energy from source into your heart, your higher heart and your heart chakra, opening and activating these areas to this healing of the mother wound. So really, really heavy, dense energy coming up in this region. A big one being a lot of you feeling unloved. It is a major wound, a soul wound. A lot of you feeling rejected for who it is that you are. Feeling like you weren't good enough, no matter what it is that you did, said, didn't do, didn't say. It just wasn't good enough. You could never meet whatever the expectations were that were set for you. But it's almost like the bar was set so high intentionally that there was no way that you were going to meet that bar anyway. And it feels like a lot of you know this. Also feeling like the energy of sabotage coming in as well. Sabotaging your success. Holding you to a standard that just wasn't attainable. And again, intentionally so. Some energy around like having to jump through hoops to prove yourself, to prove your worth, to prove your love. Almost like you were a puppet on a string. Because it was a manipulation. It was about control. And very, very extensive wounds here in the heart and the heart chakra, specifically around this. It's feeling very painful, a lot of heartache, hurt and heartbreak, sorrow, sadness, grief. For a lot of you, it was like you didn't get the mom that you should have got, that you deserved, because you most certainly deserve to be loved exactly as you are, exactly who it is that you are, without doing anything, without having to do anything, without having to say anything. Just you as you are is and always has been enough. And yeah, this is a hard one for a lot of you. Feels like there's self-worth issues as well coming up in relation to this. They didn't feel worthy of love. They didn't feel worthy of time or attention. Felt like you were always second best, that you were not good enough. That you're not worthy of success, energy of like delusion coming in as well. It might have been that you were called delusional. Maybe you had hopes, wishes, dreams, and your mum said that you were delusional, that you were crazy to think that you could do X, Y, or Z. It's like this really impacted your belief in yourself and the trust that you might have had in yourself as well. It's like seeds of doubt were deliberately sown. Because it's like she most certainly could see your potential. But she deliberately sabotaged you from succeeding. Because it was like she couldn't do that, so no one else could. And most certainly you were not going to be allowed to do it. You were not going to be allowed to succeed or shine or outshine her. And there's a certain amount of energy of where the world revolved around her and no one else. So very much like narcissistic energy. Energy of being held back, or her trying to hold you back, keep you small, keep you in your box as it were, to dim your shine, dim your light, dim your gifts, dim your success. You feeling like unseen, or that you couldn't put yourself out there to be seen, because she would have torn you down, or it just wasn't allowed. So a lot of really, really difficult energies coming up with this one. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths. I'm going to invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, because this is harrowing stuff. This is very distressing. So feeling Archangel Uriel coming in strongly and wrapping his wings around you for the trauma of it all, to help you with your emotions, because it feels like some of you have issues with regulating yourself properly. It also feels like there was a certain amount of neglect physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And as a result, you just weren't taught the tools that you needed to help you self-soothe, to help you regulate your emotions, even to look after yourself physically. And some of you have a really hard time with doing all of those things right now. So angels coming in to help you, to support you to be able to do that. I'm just going to ask that you find the best tools for you to enable you to look after yourself, to soothe yourself, to emotionally regulate yourself. And I'm going to put it out there. One really amazing tool that I use myself is heart breathing. It's really great for emotionally regulating yourself. Excuse me, and I will leave the link for that video in the description box if that resonates. So huge, huge energy coming in for this, because the wounds are extensive, the wounds are deep. It's like childhood, but it's also going back into past lives as well with this one. Feeling like there's soul contracts, karmic ties. So for some of you, these are being pulled out now and transmuted, and the areas where these are being pulled out are being healed and repaired. So for others of you, I'm just being guided to invite you to visualize those soul contracts, those karmic contracts being ripped up. So you ripping up the contract and disposing of it in whatever way that you feel is best. So if you're like throwing it into a fire, whatever kind of comes to mind. So seeing like a huge drain on your energy field, or hooks, which are around like manipulation. Someone has a hook in your energy field means that they are manipulating you. So for some of you, hooks being unhooked and removed from your energy field, or drains, plugs being unplugged and removed. And then for others of you, it's about standing in your power, about that choice, about asserting yourself and saying, you know, absolutely not. No, I do not want to carry on this situation, this energy. I'm done. You know, I've reached my limit. That's it. Thank you very much. No more. Whatever words that might be coming up for you, feel free to say them out loud, or in your mind's eye, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And again, multiple different threads, many different scenarios, so not all of this is going to resonate for everyone, but just go and take whatever resonates. So for a group of you, it's feeling like it's really hard for you to come to terms with, to accept with, to admit that your mom wasn't a good mom, like she was a bad mom. She wasn't a mom. You know, she didn't nurture, she didn't protect you, she didn't do the job that she was supposed to do, and that she failed you in many, many respects. And for a lot of you, just feeling like that it's okay for you to acknowledge that if you're feeling that it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. To acknowledge and validate your feelings around that. It also feels like there's just this tremendous energy of pressure around you to be like, oh no, she's your mom, you know, she did the best that she could, these sorts of things, or pressure from other people, this sort of narrative, or in culture, like those sorts of things. And it's kind of like just seeing the angels sweep all that away to the side. And it's up for you to decide what you felt about her. Regardless of what anybody else says outside of that, it's okay for you to feel whatever it is that you feel. To acknowledge that, to come to terms with that, to accept that. And that's okay. And again, I'm feeling like guiding you into your heart space again at any stage where these sort of feelings arise, to go in and ask your heart what the truth of it is, what the truth of this matter was, what the truth of this person is or was to you. And that if you're looking for that truth, to go into your heart and listen for the answer. So I'm feeling like the energy of being bullied coming up as well. There's the energy of being abused, whether if this was physical, emotional, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, whatever the case may be, a whole range of abuses coming up, that energy. Energy of like being criticized or judged, this sort of like nitpicking energy. And a tremendous amount of shame as well coming up. And guilt. For some of you, it feels like shame and guilt were weapons that were used against you to control you, to manipulate you, to get you to do things. So you know that guilt tripping, maybe you were asked to do something and you said no, and then you were taken on a guilt trip and then you ended up doing whatever it was that they wanted you to do. And then there's a certain amount of resentment as well coming up, bitterness, as well as unforgiveness. Yeah, and huge resentment. And failure, so feeling like she had failed you, but also feeling like you were a failure because you couldn't live up to those expectations that were set. Because you couldn't get her to love you or accept you for who it is that you are. These sorts of energies coming in pretty strongly. It's very heavy stuff. Really heavy stuff. And just feeling like as we clear these energies and after this session, if you, well, I always recommend lying down to let the energy settle because you have taken in high vibrational energy. So your energy needs to adjust to your new energy and kind of like recalibrate. And as you do that, all energies might come up to the surface. So I do feel like there might be a lot of sadness, grief, sorrow, hurt, pain, these sorts of things coming up, to be aware of that, to check in with yourself, to see what you need to do to support yourself to move through those energies. I will leave some guidelines, some post-care guidelines in the description box as well, just for you to have a look at. But as always, checking in with yourself and seeing what's best for you to do to help yourself, to support yourself through working through these energies. Feeling like water is going to be playing an important role, so either drinking water to help your physical body detox, to help you balance your emotions, taking a shower, a bath, Epsom salts, or going beside a body of water, where it be a lake, a river, a stream, whatever the case may be, to get clarity, because you're like, oh, I don't even know what it is that I'm feeling, I don't know what the truth of this situation is, whatever the case may be. It's a nice thing to do, to go beside the water to ask your questions, because it's like that water helps you to get that clarity and see things clearly, to allow things to bubble up to the surface there for you, so you can see them with clarity. So those messages coming in as well. So again, energy, hurt, betrayal, backstabbed. Just gonna ask the angels to remove any like knives, daggers, swords that might be embedded in your energy field. So this is indicative of betrayal, to transmute them and heal and repair those areas at soul level. So I'm feeling like the energies of self-sacrifice, codependency, these sorts of things, where you weren't given the opportunity to be who it is that you are, like a separate being, almost like you're enmeshed with your mom, where they had power over your emotions. It's like you weren't allowed to feel your feelings. You know, her mood dictated the whole mood of the household. It was all about trying to please her, trying to make her happy, so people pleasing coming up as well. That you weren't allowed to check in and see what your needs were. It was all about catering to her needs. These sorts of energies coming up as well. You weren't allowed to be an individual, to have autonomy. So for some of you, it might have been like you were the one that was leaned on to provide the emotional support. It was almost like the roles were reversed, that you took on an adult role and they were the child. These sorts of things where you found like you had to mother your mother. And just feelings of injustice around this and everything else that we've had a look at. And just feeling like you lost yourself, that you don't know who it is that you are, because you weren't given that opportunity. Who is that you are wasn't nurtured. You had to like mold yourself into the person that she wanted you to be, and that wasn't a true representation of who it is that you are. You might have had to disconnect from different parts of yourself because they were viewed as like she didn't like them, they rejected or criticized. You were hurt because of some things that were happened. Maybe you showed your spiritual side, your gifts. Maybe it was to do with your sexuality, and you just had to suppress them because it just wasn't accepted. These sorts of things coming up as well. So hearing the words full disclosure. So it kind of feels like maybe for some of you, you've been asking the questions. Something happened, maybe didn't know what happened. And it feels like you will be getting those answers, that full disclosure, that information, that incident, those energies will be brought into your conscious awareness, so you have that full picture of whatever it is that happened. For others of you, it's like your mom might still be around, might still be alive, but you can't fully accept certain truths. So it's kind of like there will be full disclosure. You will see her for who it is that you really are. Maybe you've been asking to see the truth, to see people's true colors, these sorts of things. It feels like something will happen where maybe the mask might slip and you'll see her for who it is that she really is. These sorts of things. It just feels like whatever the case may be, there will be full disclosure. So again, take what resonates, because there's just multiple threads and scenarios there in relation to the collective. Feeling like hurt as well coming up in relation to being embarrassed or humiliated, and this sort of you were embarrassed intentionally, you were humiliated intentionally because she didn't want you to engage in certain ways or certain behaviors. So in order to stop you from doing that, she intentionally embarrassed you, she intentionally humiliated you. Again, it's all about being manipulated and controlled. But very much underhanded energy. It's very sort of like sneaky, ulterior motive. And at the surface, she might have presented that she was one view to the world, where she was lovely, pillar of the community, the nicest person, did charity work, was absolutely lovely and available for everybody. But it was all about keeping up appearances. It wasn't like that behind closed doors, and you could see her for that. She might have used and abused you, these sorts of things. So yeah, it was very much about keeping up appearances and just showing that she was amazing to other people, but not to those closest to her. And that can be a very lonely place. You could feel very alone. Maybe if you started to come out and say different things about what was happening, you feared or that no one would believe you, or you did in fact come out and no one believed you because of this image that she presented to the rest of the world, these sorts of things. Or you knew the truth, maybe you didn't say anything, you suppressed it because you were afraid that you wouldn't be believed, and the truth just felt like such a burden because it was like you could see it but no one else could. All these different energies coming up as well. And just yeah, the angels coming in to help you if you are feeling alone, if you are struggling with this, if you are feeling like this truth is a burden, with any fears about speaking your truth and talking about the trauma or abuse or whatever it is that you endured, and those fears or worries about not being believed. There's some healing coming in and support in relation to this. And the angels helping you to carry this burden. The angels also helping you to find those people that you can trust in order to talk about this. The angels are like pointing you in the right direction, and there's also an invitation to just speak to the angels, to speak to your guardian angel, to speak to whatever sort of energies that you like to work with, to speak to spirit, to speak to God in the meantime. If you don't have anyone else that you can talk to about this, like speak to spirit. Because they are most certainly there to listen, to hold space for you and your feelings and everything that you are currently going through, that they're for you. So quite extensive healing coming into the heart. It's almost like your heart is being wrapped in a blanket. It looks like a ribbon almost. There's balms being put on certain it's almost like scars or wounds that have been inflicted. There's lots of things going on to the heart and the heart chakra simultaneously. So it's going to depend on you and the level of those wounds and the trauma that you have endured. But there's just a whole heap of healing being done from the angels on your heart and your heart chakra. So you might be feeling it there. It's really heavy, and then for some of you it's on your lungs because of the grief. As we continue to bring down this energy down your shoulders, arms, and into the palm of your hand chakras, opening and activating your palm chakras. So it feels like for a lot of you, you felt like you weren't supported, that she didn't support you, that you might have reached out the hand and no one took it, that you were on your own, that you had to be independent, to stand on your own 2 feet because you didn't feel that she was there for you. That you had to step up, that you had to be older than who it was that you, like the age that you were really. for a lot of you, it was like there was this disconnection. They didn't feel connected to her emotionally. It's like she couldn't connect to you on that level that you needed. There wasn't that comfort, there wasn't that safety, there wasn't that warm embrace, that safe harbor, that sanctuary that she should have provided for you. You didn't feel nurtured. For some of you, it's like the absence. There was just an absence of that mothering energy, that mother figure. So it depends. It could have, like, she might have intentionally left. For others of you, it might be that she died, and then you were left feeling abandoned, or that she was absent. But it's like it wasn't her fault. There's just multiple scenarios here in relation to that absence. Others, like, she was there physically, but emotionally and everything else, she wasn't there, so she might as well have not been there. These sorts of things. Many different scenarios in relation to this, and I just have huge, like, Mother Mary energy coming in for this. Mother Mary taking your hands in hers and providing you with that nurturing, that support that you feel like you have missed out on. And there's a huge amount of grief around that as well, that loss, that you didn't get that what you needed to, what you deserved. And yeah, the trauma of that, absence of all those things. So you continue to bring this energy down into your solar plexus chakra, opening and activating your solar plexus to healing the mother wound. So feeling like there is an extensive wound in relation to your power, in relation to your power being abused, feeling powerlessness, helplessness, hopelessness, despair, overwhelmed. Manipulated, controlled. Certain amount of worry and anxiety as well. Panic, trepidation, feeling overcome, distressed, harrowing, lonely, unloved here as well, feeling depressed, like you had to make yourself small, invisible. Those energies coming up here in the solar plexus as well. Energy of feeling like you had to vie for attention. Feeling like there was certain power games, there was power struggles going on. There was mind games, there's psychological warfare. And just that energy being cleared, healing coming in for this as well. Also being guided to direct you to call back your power if this resonates. To saying whatever kind of comes to mind that feels right about, I would like all my power returned to me, cleansed and purified. I'm just calling all my power back to me, what was taken without my knowledge, without my consent, just calling in all of that power back to me. I'm going to ask that that power is returned to you, cleansed and purified. For some of you, it's a case of soul loss. So something that happened was deeply traumatic, and as a result, a piece of your soul was taken in relation to your power. So maybe it's an issue in relation to consent, not having a say, whatever the case may be. It feels like that you a part of your soul is not there with you now because of the trauma, and I'm just going to ask the angels return that piece of your soul to you, cleansed and purified, and to bring in any energy that you might need to help you heal and integrate this piece of your soul. So also feeling like you might be suffering from addictions in relation to this, that you might have felt like there was a void, you were in a lot of pain, and in order to numb yourself from the pain, you engaged in just addictive behaviors, drugs, sex, alcohol, food, exercise, whatever the case may be, in order to numb that pain. So for some of you, it feels like that soul piece came out from your heart as well. So it could be either heart or solar plexus, or also could be both. So just take whatever resonates for you, but it feels like the angels are returning soul pieces, could be multiple soul pieces to you as well. Due to the trauma it was that you endured at the hands of your mother. So we continue to bring down this energy into your sacral chakra, opening and activating your sacral to healing the mother wound. So it does feel like there's this energy of feeling disheartened, like giving up, like it's too much, a certain amount of like, oh, it's tedious, overwhelm. Like feeling just really tired, really drained, lethargic. Is the energy of sexual abuse coming up in the sacral as well. And things around your emotions, so being emotionally manipulated, emotionally invalidated, gaslit, like emotional sort of mind games, these sorts of things coming up in the sacral, all to do with emotions. There is also wounds in relation to your intuition, your gifts, and how safe you feel in your physical body as well. Because it feels like a lot of you were ridiculed for your gifts, for your sensitivity, for your emotions, for what you could pick up psychically. And there were seeds of doubt that were planted. That meant that you didn't trust your emotions, you didn't trust your gifts, you didn't trust your psychic senses, your intuition. And again, for in some cases this might have been deliberate to kind of disrupt that connection that you had with yourself, so that you could be easier controlled and manipulated, and that your mother could have power over you. So a lot of healing coming in for those wounds, soul wounds, again I'm hearing. Really deep level in relation to this, and just a bone deep weariness and exhaustion I'm feeling, because there is this sense of almost like, yeah, you couldn't be who it is that you really were, so you had to take on this other persona, and it was just exhausting to be that version of yourself because you just weren't being true to who it was that you were, but you needed to do it in order to survive, in order to not make yourself a target for whatever it might have been, abuse or whatever, criticism, judgment, because you didn't want to be rejected or abandoned, whatever the case may be. But it takes huge amounts of energy in order to pretend. And that's what it feels like. Also feeling the energy of disgust coming in as well. So I don't know, it could be that your mother was disgusted at or by you in general, or by your emotions, or by something that you did, something that happened, or just having a feeling of that, like they were disgusted about you. It could also be in relation to behavior that your mother did that you felt disgusted by it. Also like revulsion. And there's a lot of trepidation, anxiety, fear, terror, horror, shock here in the sacral as well. Feeling misunderstood, or like there was a misunderstanding. Feeling taken advantage of or used, and abuse. Some energy in relation to like something was taken from you. They can't get back. Again, healing and clearing coming in for this as the energy continues to move down into your root, opening and activating your root chakra to healing the mother wound. So again, issues around feeling unsafe, insecure, like you didn't have a solid foundation or a base to work with. So this could also be like financially, or you didn't have food, you didn't have a roof over your head, or it could also be like emotional stability, emotional security, a whole variety of things but foundationally it feels like it's not there. Could also pertain to love as well, just feeling like the love wasn't there, the nurturing wasn't there, the protection wasn't there. And then again, the fear energy coming in as well. Fear, scarcity, and lack. And it also feels like there's some ancestral energy coming in with this in relation to whatever energies were passed down the mother line in relation to fear, scarcity, and lack, in relation to like foundational things, things that you need to survive, food, water, shelter. So I don't know if there's like famine or things like that, but it does feel like they were environmental in some cases. In other cases they would have been different, something different. But yeah, the ancestral energy coming in as well. So energy that you would have inherited along the line. Trauma energy as well, like violence, abandonment, adultery, something to do with being lost. And it feels very much like like, so you got lost in somewhere while camping, or even in the supermarket, these sorts of things, and it was quite traumatic. But it mightn't even be for you, it feels ancestral, or might be both. So again, clearing and healing happening in the root as this energy moves down into your knees, knee chakras, opening and activating the knees to healing the mother wound. Feels like the energy of subservience, having to like bend the knee and obey. My rules are the only rules type thing. Feeling entrapped in the knees, like you couldn't escape, and shame, guilt again, and some of this is hereditary. Displeasure, dissatisfaction, and dis-ease. Also abandonment. As the energy continues to move down into your feet chakras, opening and activating your feet to healing the mother wound. So feeling controlled, feeling stuck, feeling like you couldn't escape. Estrangement, entrapment, feeling alone, lonely, unworthy, lost, held back, confused. As the energy continues to move down into your Earth Star chakra, opening and activating your Earth Star, 2, healing the mother wound. So something here in relation to finances. I don't know if they were abused or taken advantage of, but it also feels like there's an element of this reaching into the ancestors, and if there was like scarcity and lack in relation to money passed down along the mother line. Also feels like different attitudes to money, and beliefs around like, oh, the wife or the mother needed to stay at home and mind the kids, and she didn't make the money. She wasn't allowed to make the money. She needed to be dependent on the man for the money to provide the money for her. And it's kind of like some of these beliefs might come up in relation to the role of women for you, and it's up for you to sit with them and to see if they resonate with you or if they don't. And it's up to you to decide if you want to let them go, if you want to install a new belief, if you want to keep them. It's entirely up to you and what feels best for you. And again, being guided to bring you back to your heart, for you to go into that heart energy and to ask yourself, you know, what's true for you. Really important. And again, self-worth issues as well. Low self-worth, low self-esteem. Seeing yourself as unworthy. Unworthy of love. Unworthy of affection. Unworthy of success. Lots of different things in relation to feeling unworthy around. Also certain aspects of where this mother wound could affect you in relation to relationships with women specifically, where you feel unworthy of having that a relationship with a woman. Now, not necessarily, it could be sexual, but it's feeling more like platonic friendships with women. Also feeling like those energies of jealousy, the gossip, the underhanded compliments, you know, the catty behavior that sometimes comes into this. It's all tied up in the mother wound as well. Not wanting to see other women succeed, not being supportive of other women. And this again is tied up with the mother wound, because maybe your own mother didn't want you to succeed. Maybe she didn't support you. So it's like that pattern, that cycle. Maybe you are not supportive of yourself. You don't want yourself to succeed, but it's unconscious, it's in your subconscious. And that pattern continues itself because you put out that energy, maybe with girlfriends, you don't want them to succeed, you're jealous, whatever the case may be. It just feels like it's very much a cycle and a pattern that's been passed down. And you're looking to break free of that pattern, that cycle, in order to bring in supportive energy and more supportive relationships as a result. As this energy continues down through the different levels and layers of Mother Earth into the crystal caves, I am seeing specifically rose quartz, that beautiful energy of love coming in, asking that some of you, whoever this pertains to, that could benefit from this energy, be plugged in the Earth's crust to that crystal rose quartz, and that you remain plugged into that energy for as long as you need the support of that energy of that crystal, rose quartz, as the grounding cord continues to move down into the heart of Mother Earth Gaia, where I'm going to ask that you're plugged into her heart fully and completely, separately and independently from everyone else here. And I'm going to call in Mother Earth Gaia, calling in Mother Earth Gaia, calling in Mother Earth Gaia, and asking Gaia to ground, earth, anchor, connect, and align each and every one of you to her now, and to ensure that you are 100% embodied, or as much as you can be embodied in your physical body right now. And this is your opportunity to connect in with Gaia and her beautiful mothering, nurturing energy, to see what you can sense, to feel this energy for yourself. I'm getting the sense for some of you it might be quite emotional. You haven't connected into Gaia before, you haven't felt this level of mothering energy before, and a certain amount of grief and sadness and sorrow might come up as a result. Some of you might have even felt it when Mother Mary came in as well to hold your hands. And I'm just seeing Gaia's energy move up through that grounding cord, that triple energy from source. Gaia's energy is looking, there's a lot of pink, there's a lot of green, there's also some orange, and her energy is just creeping up into your Earth Star chakra, and it's like her energy is seeping into all the parts of you that we're not mothered, we're not nurtured, we're not loved. All those things that you wanted, needed, that you thought you should have gotten but didn't get them. It's like Mother Earth is coming up to provide you with those energies. To help heal and repair the pain and the trauma that was caused by those things that you didn't receive that you should have. And then on the other end, it's like where any other trauma that happened that was like abusive, or any other trauma, it's like Mother Earth is coming up to help soothe you in relation to that, to help you heal in relation to that, to help you move forward, to help you to heal this mother wound, to help you embrace yourself fully as who it is that you are, and to help you also, it feels like for some of you, to move into that mother energy as you become a mother yourself. To step into the qualities of a mother that you would like to carry in your energy field and impart to your children, and in doing so break this cycle. So also feeling a certain amount of interference energy. Just going to acknowledge that. As Gaia's energy continues to move up, through your physical body to ground, earth, anchor, connect, and align you to her. So I'm going to let Gaia do her thing. So you might be aware or feel her energy just move up your chakras and your physical body. But it feels like there's something else that's coming in here while Gaia is grounding you. Excuse me. Okay, unicorn's coming in to grant you a wish because you've done extensive work during this session, and it's like it's a gift. It's about like a reward because of the hard work that you have been doing, will do, are currently doing, have done. So checking in with yourself and seeing what sort of wish that you have that you would like to make. Maybe checking in with your heart, whatever feels best for you, and saying this wish out loud or in your mind, and the unicorns are going to receive that for you to help you manifest whatever this wish might be. Thank you, unicorns. Again, I have Mother Mary, but I also have Mary Magdalene coming in. It's like you're being showered with blessings. For Mary Magdalene, it feels like some of you are being anointed or initiated into like the priestess of the rose. For others of you, it's like anointed and being initiated to Mother Mary's teachings. And her miraculous energy. Have the energy of Seraphis Bay coming in as well. And Archangel Raphael for healing for your physical body, to help you in relation to that. Seraphis Bay, I just see gigantic wings. I see, I can't even pronounce this, you know, the medical emblem with the snake, the that thing. That's just what I'm seeing. So it's about healing, it's about transformation. To help and support you heal the wounds on all different levels, so physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and to help you transform into who it is that you really are, free from the mother wound. And again, all of these energies issuing invitations to you, so whoever sort of resonates, they're extending the hand to connect at a later stage or to help you on this journey with healing the mother wound. You need only just call them in 3 times and connect into their energy with permission and having a conversation or seeing what comes through for you, but up to you if you want to take them up on their invitation, but just letting you know that it is there. Also feeling strongly to look out for the signs on this journey in relation to healing the mother wound, whether it be angel numbers, whether it be animal omens. Maybe there's a particular sign that these energies like Mother Mary sends you, if it's her like miraculous medals or a picture or whatever the case may be, to look out for them, because they will be sending you signs. They will be communicating with you constantly. They want you to know that they are there every step of the way, supporting you, guiding you, helping you heal this mother wound and cheering you on as you go. And then for some of you, this is very emotional. It is a celebration. It is an honoring for you, for your achievement, for the fact that you have walked this path and have come out the other end of it and successfully completed it and healed your mother wound and thus broken that cycle. And it feels huge, it feels momentous, it feels like there's a certain amount of awe and reverence for this achievement, this victory. And there is blessings being bestowed for you for that. For that major achievement. And for celebrating this success. So just giving it another minute or so, because there's just so much going on. Just letting the angels, letting the energy integrate and settle. Angels, so seeing like a halo energy. A gift for some of you. Seeing, looks like a 4-leaf clover. And different colors of energy, so that might be flashing in your mind's eye, or you might just get a sense or hear something, or you might even be shown it later, a different color, but take note of it and to either go into your heart and ask what the message is, or to look up the spiritual meaning of that color and take what resonates. For some of you, you're being enveloped in that color now. Others of you, it's like you're being gifted a cloak of that color. For others of you, it's like I see weapons, like a sword being put into your hand for truth, for like cutting away any illusions, for clearing out old energy. For others of you, it's like there's an activation coming in relation to Seraphis Bay and that energy. Just hearing about calling, answering a call. Really, there's a lot going on depending on where it is that you're at. So not everyone's going to be receiving everything, but you might be, you might not be, but just take what resonates, like I said, with these different threads. Hearing the words Lightbringer. So feels like that you carry a high percentage of light in your energy fields, that you are a bright light. It also could be as a result of this healing that your energy field is going to upgrade, so you're going to raise in vibration, you're going to be able to hold more light than you have been able to hold before. Hearing the words awakening. For some of you, this is going to be an awakening. This is like a catalyst for an awakening journey for you to learn certain truths. So it feels like it could be in relation to your mother, the mother energy, the wounds, or it could also be in relation to spiritual knowledge. if you like feel guided to work with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Seraphis Bay, whoever it might be. Excuse me. I'm just like, I think that's enough to be getting on with for now. So I'm just going to close down. Thanking all the energies for the various different things that were going on, because there was certainly a lot. Just bringing up that energy from Gaia, from your crown into your soul star stellar gateway, asking that you're plugged into either the galactic grid or an earth grid, whatever is best for you right now. Thanking Gaia, thanking the crystals, and asking that any excess energy be brought down through your chakras and sent into Gaia to be grounded. That you are balanced, harmonize, stabilize, recalibrate, realign all levels, layers, bodies, fields, and systems of you now, please, in alignment to healing the mother wound and being free from the mother wound. Thank you, angels. I'm just going to ask for your aura to be zipped up. Zip up their aura, zip up their aura, zip up their aura, so that they feel strong, safe, and secure within their energy fields. Confidently walking on this path as they heal their mother wound or break this cycle of the mother wound, freeing themselves from this karmic loop. So also being guided to guide you to come back from wherever it was that you've been visualizing, that your sacred space, to bring yourself back from that. If you want to step through a door or whatever, if maybe it was the stairs you went up or down, to just retrace your steps and find yourself back here now in the present moment in the room that you are currently in, to just bring yourself back. Bring yourself back. And asking you to thank those energies that you've called in yourself specifically to help you support yourself on this healing journey. For them for being with you throughout this healing. I'm going to ask that anything that was closed down to, or anything that was open to be closed down, healing portals, vortexes, channels, chakras is sacred space. Anything that was open, close it down. Anything that was open, close it down. I'm going to ask that if there was any cords formed between us, that they be pulled out gently, fully and completely, and transmuted with the violet flame. Also going to ask for that violet flame just to clear and cleanse your energy field of any energetic debris or any old energy that might have come up as a result of this healing. And that wherever those cords were pulled out, those areas are healed and repaired. And I'm going to ask that I be disconnected from the collective, and also any and all of those people and souls who have given their permission to receive this energy today. So returning your energy to you and returning my energy to me, so we are separate and independent once more. Thank you. And just want to thank all of the amazingly beautiful energies that were present for this session today. There are too many to name, but I'm just going to thank them all. And you yourself, thank you so much for being here, for receiving these energies, for holding space with me, for the healing of the collective, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Okay, so this was a really long one. If you've made it this far, absolutely congratulations, and thank you so much for being here, for persevering, because it was really, really tough. There were really, really heavy energies to work through. Do be gentle with yourself, and ask for any and all support that you might need, whether it be in spirit or whether it be like a trusted friend, colleague, family member, professional help. Even myself, I do sessions if there's any difficult energy that comes up that you are going to be working through. Feel free to get in touch, or talk to those people, your support network. And spirit, do take note of those aftercare guidelines and check in with yourself to see what's best for you, to help yourself move through these energies. As always, do what's best for you and look out for the signs, and wish you the absolute best of luck with healing your mother wound. An absolutely massive hug and love from me to you for this, and working through the energies, and on your healing journey. Thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.